Babe Blog Podcast. I am your host, KeTohn, and today we are talking about 20 entrepreneurship habits to pick up on your road to elevation. So here's another mindset habit. Get in the mindset. This is a habit that you want to pick up on. Get in the mindset of understanding that you are the common denominator to your consistency. A lot of business owners tend to say, I struggle with inconsistency. I struggle with this. I just need to get more consistent. People say that as if anything else around them except for themselves is the reason for their inconsistency. At the end of the day, there is only one person who can see through being consistent, and that's going to be yourself. You are the common denominator to your consistency, and it's just that simple. There's no secret sauce. There's no special anything. It is you. And what does that mean? That means you need to ask yourself the hard questions. What is it that I need to let go of so that I can get done what I need to get done? Who is it that I need to let go of so I can get done what I need to get done? Who is it or what is it that I need to cut off access to so that I can have more time for myself? What are some of the behaviors that I need to learn how to say no to because I don't have time to entertain them anymore, because I have to be more consistent with the things that are more important to me? And most importantly, how am I going to elevate my scheduling? How am I going to fix my schedule so I'm able to be consistent in what is important to me? What does that schedule look like? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. And if you need a professional to assist you with that, then you can go and get that as well. As many of you probably know, I am a business coach and I do assist with that. I provide business consultations, business elevation. So if you're someone that's looking for that kind of assistance, you can head over to our website, nbc.click, and you can search up the business coaching bundle. Now, here's something to keep in mind. At the end of the day, you can get a consultation, you can get a business coach, but if you don't actually listen to what people are telling you and sharing with you, you're not going to get where you're supposed to be. So at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your choice. People can only tell you so much. They can only give you so many tools. They can only share so much insight. But if you're just not doing it, then you're just not doing it. And if that's because you're overwhelmed, then it sounds like you have to start taking some things off your plate so that you're not so overwhelmed. But you have to make that decision. You can't keep saying, yeah, I'm overwhelmed, and then just keep going through the same cycle of being overwhelmed. No, we need to cut back. What does it need to look like? Do we need less social media? Do we need less talking to people who make us upset or irritated or not productive? Do we need to take more walks? Do we need to wake up in the morning and do some squats? Do we need to get on a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Chat or motivation room, or whatever the case is? Whatever it is you need to do, you need to be searching for what needs to happen. Because at the end of the day, here's the mindset you got to have. This is the problem. What solution am I coming up with to overcome it? Just like that. No excuses. No, well, I can't do it because of this. Okay. You know that happened. You know that that's there. People always I say it's an excuse. Once you keep using it for a reason why you can't get something done, now it's an excuse. The first time, okay, we're going to work around it. The second time, okay, we're going to work around it. The third time, come on now. You knew it was there. You knew you had this problem, and you're still talking about it like you didn't know you had it. If you know your little one has school and you have to pick them up at 3 p.m., please, 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 please don't sign up for no podcast interview and then say, oh, she has school. You know she has school. We knew this. It's an excuse now. It's an excuse. It's something that you're utilizing. Why? I don't know. Because it's easier for people, because they're scared of the fact that they might actually succeed. Who knows? But it is an excuse once you know that it's there. You knew that this was the case. So instead of overcommitting and overwhelming yourself, figure out a schedule that works for you. If you knew that you had to work 40 hours this week, why would you sign up for that show and then not show up and say, I had to work? You knew you had to work. You knew your schedule was coming. If you saw it, you knew it. It's an excuse now. So at the end of the day, you keep doing the same things and you keep saying the same things. You're being consistent at something, and that's at always finding the reason for why you weren't able to come through for yourself. Okay? So at the end of the day, you got to remember, you're the common denominator to your consistency. What you want to be consistent in, it's up to you. If you know that there's something you need to be consistent in and you're not consistent in it, you need to figure out what you need to change around in your life so that you can get consistent. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for listening to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I hope this message hits somebody where it needs to, right in the productive spot of your heart that says, I need to get up and make a change. I need to stop saying yes to people and focus on myself. I need to be a little bit healthier with my choices. I need to be a little bit more active. Okay? Things like that. I need to schedule better. Whatever it is, find it and get to it. Because at the end of the day, you are in charge of your consistency, nobody else. People can give you all the tools in the world, but if you're not consistent and you don't make things happen, if you don't step up and say, this is clearly a problem for me, let me figure out what I'm going to do and actually execute it, there's no consistency. It's all in you. You have the power. So thank you for listening to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast, and I'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye-bye.